What's up, YouTube? We got another Precon to open. World Shaper from Edge of Eternities. It is a lands deck, and that is one of my favorite archetypes to play. Make earth shaking plays. That's what I'm trying to do when I'm playing lands. I really love lands commanders, so I'm excited to see a Precon. It's Jund. I already have a lands Jund commander, I guess you may know. Lord Windgrace. I hear he fits perfectly in the way this deck plays. And I bet you've already seen this deck played. I bet this has already been at the table because it's been a very, very popular and fun deck. So they give you this cool, barely usable deck box, collector booster sample pack, collector booster sample pack, and the deck. No more spin down cardboard little life counter, which is unfortunate. This will be the first Edge of Eternities product I've opened because I've just been busy working. I just did 10 on. Now I get 2 off before hopefully another 10 on because I gotta farm these jobs. So there's gonna be more where those came from. There's more where that came from, I mean. I don't think so, because I don't know if I'll be able to get a hold of collector booster packs. This product is too popular. Pinnacle Star Cage. Ooh. Exile all creatures and artifacts with mana value 2 or less until this artifact leaves the battlefield. Put each exiled card with this artifact into its owner's graveyard. Then create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature for each card put into the graveyard this way. Sacrifice the artifact. And then Scourge of Eternity. Sack an artifact to creature. Return target creature or spacecraft with mana value 5 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then create a lander token. Lander token. Uh-oh. I don't know what that is. And then we've got the World Seed. This cool spacecraft. You sack a land. Draw 2 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever you sacrifice a land, each opponent loses 2 life. It's a station, so you gotta tap another creature you control, and that will put a charge counter equal to its power on this spacecraft station. Do it only as a sorcery, and then at 8+ counters, it becomes a 6/7 creature. Woo! That's mean. So I've heard you get this to 8 counters, sacrifice using escape shift is GG's, baby. That's what I've heard. Pretty cool. I do like that. I like the way lands deck usually plays. I do like the way lands decks usually play is what I meant to say. It is very difficult. I haven't made a video in a long time, so it's hard to talk. No! Let's see what else is in here. This deck's about $44. I hear it contains sick reprints that are now really very affordable. Very affordable reprints. This was the guy I was interested in. I was wanting to put this fella into Windgrace. You may play lands from your graveyard whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent. During your turn, put a +1/+1 counter equal to, is that Zarel's power on up to one other target creature. Insect Druid for 5. Honestly, Lieutenant Commander could be the face commander for a deck that I would play. Being able to play lands from the graveyard is amazing. This Wastewalker, this looks like a new card. Whenever this creature attacks, you and defending player each discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. You draw a card for each land put into a graveyard this way. Wow. And it has Encore. Brush Razor. Really gonna go through the few cards so I can learn how this deck plays right now. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token permanent, exile the top of your library during your turn. As long as you've sacrificed a non-token permanent this turn, you may play cards exiled with this creature. And you sack a land to add 2 red mana. These are some good cards. These are some good cards. Planetary Annihilation. Baloth Prime. Exploration Brood Ship. Horizon Explorer. Okay. Scouring Swarm. Exhumidian Hatchery. Vernal Fen. This is a cool land. I was excited for. It's only $1, but I like it. Pay a life. Add a black mana. Put a hatchling counter on this land. When this land is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, for each hatchling counter on it, create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. Okay. Ooh, Fabled Passage. That is neat. In the Precon Braids, in the Precon. God's Eternal Bond 2. Blasphemous Act. Hammer of Perforos. A reprint of Morog. Augur of Autumn. Centaur Vinecrasher. Formless Genesis. Oh, Multani. I like it. Ooh, a reprint of Oracle of Moldiah. I was actually looking for another Oracle of Moldiah. Saw they were up to $10 a few months ago, and I said, I think I'll just pull another one out of a deck and put it into my lands deck. Rampaging Balos. Splendid Reclamation. Ooh, I needed that. Tireless Tracker. Titania, Protector of Argoth. World Breaker. Interesting. The Gitrog monster. This is now like a less than $1 mythic rare. It's crazy. Corvold, the Jund commander that everyone hates to play against. Like when I came back to Magic, this was one of the most popular commanders. I would see it at every pub table that I would approach that needed a 4th, and I'd always be like, "What's going on? Wait, you sacrifice a treasure and you get all that?" Omnath, Locus of Rage. Soul of Windgrace. Wow. Ooh, World Soul Rage. I really like this card. More lands, which you need in a lands deck. Unfortunately, no fetch lands, which I am going to try to attain. Is this a new art, Farseek? I've never seen it before. Spring Bloom Druid. Binding of the Old Gods. Arcane Signet. Soul Ring Command Tower. Let's look at these new arts of these cards that are always printed, and if they were not always printed, they would be very expensive. Imagine if Command Tower was only in one set. Woo! We got some cool... Ooh! Aftermath Analyst. This card is crazy good. Beast Within. We're back to this Beast Within art. That is neat. Cultivate. Groundskeeper. Revive. Nature's Lore. Roiling Regrowth. Satyr Wayfinder. Sky Shroud Claim. Terra Sunder. Is this still like a $2 uncommon? Probably not. Very cool. Jury. Mayhem Devil. Putrefy. Rakdos Charm. Urg. Spawn of Turg. Bajuka Bog. Ooh, we got the Courtyard. Oh, Dakmor Salvage. Wow. They put Dakmor Salvage and Gitrog Monster in a Precon. That is power. Wastes. No full art lands here. And then we got some cool tokens. Beast tokens. Insect tokens. Copy tokens. And let's go to the back. Pest. Clue. Golem. Beast. Elementals. Pests, and Landers. This is a really cool deck. I guess I need to get more sleeves. And I need to play it. I also got the Secret Lair. that's sold out that has upgrades to this particular deck. Crucible of Worlds being one. I would definitely need a Crucible of Worlds in this deck. Maybe a Ramanop Excavator. Just many things that would allow me to play lands from my graveyard. Some fetch lands would be sick. And yeah, pretty excited to play this. Let me know if you guys are going to pick this deck up. Bye-bye.